Yo, what's the deal? It's your boy Who is Hendo, and we back talking sports. Um, we gonna do the Western Conference Game 3, 0-1 playoffs. Kobe killing the Spurs while Shaq was struggling. Listen to what the commentators say. For all y'all just believing that, still believing, which I don't know why y'all would, but for y'all that still believing that Shaq carried Kobe, listen to what the commentators say. And for y'all that don't think Kobe top 5, listen to what they say.
The Los Angeles Lakers. Hi, everybody. I'm Marv Albert, along with Doug Collins. We'll be joined in just a moment by Jim Gray. And Doug, over the first 2 games of this series, Kobe Bryant has been spectacular. He's been Michael Jordan-like, certainly, in Game 1. As for Shaquille O'Neal, Spurs did a nice job holding him in check. His number's not bad.
The Spurs did a nice job holding him in check, which means Kobe had to be the alpha in this series against them. Tim Duncan and David Robinson, they was giving Shaq all he could handle. Now, Shaq had plenty of games where he cooked them. But in the playoffs, like during the repeats, Kobe was always getting the best of the Spurs.
But he did not kill San Antonio. What do you look for tonight?
Well, Mark, Kobe has been a road warrior, and it's almost been by design what he's done to come out and take these games over. In Game 1, he was brilliant. 45 points, getting to the rim, finishing. But then in Game 2, the big plays late in the game, the great pass to Shaq, and then the big three-pointer that really sealed the deal to give them a 2-0 lead. Just put them up 7 late in the game was the crusher. And then you say, by design, what are these guys doing? Well, look, on the road, it's been Kobe, almost 36 points a game.
You see that? On the road, 23.6 points, 35.8. This is a 23-year-old Kobe. That's why when you look at the finals averages, when they was on the same team, we know who really was the number 1 scorer leading up to the finals. It was Kobe most of the time, or it was 1A, 1B, or Shaq would lead. But people act like Kobe just rode the coattails, or Kobe never led them in scoring or any category during the playoffs. They only go straight to the finals.
Shaq has been rather quiet at 24. That means bad news if you're the Spurs. Look what Shaq is doing at home. 36 points. Kobe still over 27, 59% of the team scoring. We've heard everybody talk now about what they're going to do tonight. They're going to go into Shaq early, try to force him to get the ball inside, put the pressure on the Twin Towers. If that's the case, foul trouble could be early, Mark, for Robinson and Duncan.
Kobe Bryant for 3.
He has been spectacular. How about the patience and poise, though? The possession, they go in 3 times to Shaq. He doesn't like what he has. He doesn't force it, and he kicks it out for the open shot.
Here's Kobe putting moves on Robinson.
He used to get him the business, bro. He gave him the business in 03. They just lost.
The game is tied at 9. Bryant kicks it out. Fisher on fire.
Look at that good pass. But people will overlook that and just look at the times he didn't pass.
Fisher is now 8 from 9 in this series from 3-point land.
It's like Terry Porter tried to guide that one rather than shoot it, Mark. That's reminiscent of Game 7 last year against Portland, the beautiful lob that he made to him to really seal that game late, gave him a 6-point lead. They went on to win Game 7 and the championship. Finds his partner Shaq. They want to get him off to a great start, and how better to do that?
Kobe was an awesome passer. Kobe was an awesome passer when he had to be, and when he trusted his teammates and not tried to do it all himself. People act like Kobe couldn't pass. You don't get 6,000 something assists not being able to pass, or not, you know what I'm saying, using your vision to look for your teammates. They act like Kobe had 30,000 points and 1,000 assists, or less than 1,000 assists or something. He had probably like 7,000 assists in his career. But he was never a primary ball handler. He was more off the ball. He was more on the ball when he was with Shaq and everything because he led them in assists and everything during playoff time and everything like that. But after that, for the majority of his career, he was really off the ball. Now, when he had to be on the ball, go look at that 17 assist game he had versus Cleveland. They wasn't really good, but that's when he really, his athleticism was gone and everything. He could pass when he needed to.
Give him a gimme. That's a layup and a dunk for Shaq. He's off and running, as is Kobe.
David Robinson in foul trouble in game 2. He took that bad foul. Derek Fisher continues his incredible shooting.
Doing the same thing, and he became a much better shooter. The game plan there, pounded into Shaq. 4-4 now, 8.
He used to baby them, dog. They made it hard on him, but there's no way you could stop Shaq, though.
Kobe got the strike and set it up. Shaq is now 5.
Plan there, pounded into Shaq. 4-4 now, 8 points.
Kobe got the strike and set it up. Shaq is now 5.
See what I'm saying? A selfish person would have went up for the shot.
I told Kobe today he was my idol. He was playing phenomenal. The mark of a great player is how you make your other players around you play. I now can truly say that Kobe Bryant is the best player in this league.
Well, Shaq a little over the top in his praise, but perhaps this type of play adds to what Shaq has to say. 5 assists.
He was saying this in 01. Shaq saw Kobe coming. He saw he was getting greater and greater every year they played together.
For Kobe here in the early going. A beautiful setup for Shaquille O'Neal.
I wouldn't say he was the best. This was like 01. But he was a top 5, top 10 player for sure. Around 2001, he for sure was a top 5 player. I wouldn't say he was the best yet. I wouldn't say that. You could say like Shaq, Tim Duncan, you had KG, AI.
Is just the game now is coming so easy to him. And I read a quote by Michael Jordan in the paper today.
I say 5 assists.
Said, you know what, Kobe's not chasing the game anymore. He realizes how good he is, and what praise, you know, from a guy like Michael Jordan to talk about Kobe Bryant like that.
Now Bryant played by Daniels, able to whip right by him and draws the foul.
It's the poise of Kobe and Shaq late in that game. Derek Fisher hits him.
Look at that. That's an underrated stat. Kobe Bryant scored on assists or assisted on 70% of the team field goals, 7 out of 10. But he was selfish and didn't pass. Go watch him from 99 to 2004 with him and Shaq. And just go watch a couple of them games. The playoffs. Go to the playoffs. And watch Kobe vision. Him setting up Shaq. Him getting Shaq the ball where he needed to. Lobs. Getting to the hole, penetrating, and then passing it to Shaq. Finding the open three-point shooter. Kobe did all of that, bro.
Big shots. That was a tough loss for the Spurs. It looked like they were going to even that series.
Avery Johnson has checked in. Derek Anderson is back. He did have to adjust. Bryant. Kobe Bryant with 9 points. Lakers lead 30-20. 40 seconds remaining in this first quarter. And here's Kobe Bryant again, shooting without any problem over the shorter.
Shot was so pure, bro. Like, if you just look at him, arc that boy. It was just so pure, bro.
Antonio Daniels.
Well, when you know a guy can't block your shot, you've got great confidence, and he's in such a rhythm right now. They might have to do something to force him to try to pass the ball, not let him isolate.
So not able to find the range. Bryant bottled up and fouled. Avery Johnson getting a piece. I thought when he first came back from his injury, he was looking for his teammates a bit more. He saw the
Phenomenal free throw shooter. Phenomenal. And I'm talking about in the clutch. I think one time Kobe made 68 straight free throws. Phenomenal free throw shooter. I'm kind of surprised he wasn't better. I'm surprised he was never. I don't know. I'm going to have to go look back. I'm surprised he wasn't never like in the 90s or whatever like that. I think he was high 80s one time. But he worked on that, man. Free throw line is where you can tell people shooting mechanics and who really is a shooter.
Assist totals elevate, and as you say, he's not doing that much different than he did during the regular season, but other teammates are playing better since the All-Star break. Rick Fox and Horace Grant have picked up their game, and Shaq has played better.
I agree with that. I think Kobe's healthier now, both, after he mentally was beaten down a little bit, physically his ankles are right now. Shaq is playing much better, and the role players now, both Shaq and Kobe really trust him, and they trust the two stars. That's why they're playing so well right now. Shaq and Kobe really trust him, and they trust the two stars. That's why they're playing so well right now.
Get shitted on, nigga. Shit it on, nigga. Don't tell me Kobe didn't know how to pass, bro. His problem was trusting his teammates and not trying to do it himself. I always acknowledge Kobe's flaws. The problem is people don't like to acknowledge what he was. They like to acknowledge his flaws more than what he was.
Somersault by
we're seeing it all.
Acrobatic Kobe Bryant.
Kobe flashes in from that weak side. Antonio Daniels gets the foul down low. Robinson got the Nas block, and then the little degree of difficulty, a little flip by Kobe. So we're seeing it all from him here in this series in the first 2.5 games.
Kobe telling us that he spent the summer making 2,000 jumpers a day from 15 feet and beyond. Can you?
That's work. 15,000 jumpers from 15 feet away. This is at 23. He needed to get better. He wanted to get better. He worked so hard on his fucking craft. That's why I loved Kobe and watching him so much, because every year he got so much better. Just like LeBron. LeBron got better every year.
Shooting 2,000 jump shots.
That's a lot of shots, 2,000 jump shots. But you know what? I wouldn't put it past Kobe because the guy loves basketball. I don't know that he has any hobbies. I think he probably...
Stamp collecting them.
Don't stamp Okay. But I just... I could see him being in the gym, and that's one of the things he came back and really was probably the only guy ready to start the season after winning the championship. He decided to give it a chance. So, thank goodness for him that he was able to come back.
Kobe Bryant to the reverse and draws the foul. Derek said he was getting frustrated. He was one day away from deciding to sit out for the year and how this Laker season would have changed if he had not returned.
Well, they're 24-5 since he's come back. More importantly, he's given them toughness, energy. He gives them speed. You see what he's done in the season, the playoffs. I don't think there's anybody that ever would imagine that he would have been averaging these kind of points.
Kobe Bryant making contact. It counts. And the foul.
Young Kobe with the... He used to tear the Spurs up in the interior.
Kobe running the ball down the floor, and right at the moment where he gets to the defender, he turns his back, gets a little bump in, creates space, and gets to the basket. Now watch this, Barbie. He just turns his back, and Antonio Daniels tries to flop, and when he doesn't get the call, it opens up the lane for Kobe Bryant. I think
spinning his way on Daniels. 21 points for Kobe Bryant. As most coaches do, but his man is not getting the calls on the road. Here's Kobe. The Lakers extend with 13 San Antonio.
They were such a dynamic duo, bro. If they could have really got it together, bro, they could have really been like, they could have won just as much as MJ and Pippen.
Calling for time.
sort of microcosm right there, San Antonio tonight. Close, but they just can't get this lead. What is the... Robinson misses two easy ones. Fisher gets fouled, throws it up, and it goes in.
In the history of the NBA, the league's regular season champion, the team with the best record, and that would be the San Antonio Spurs, in this case, have been swept out of the playoffs in the same season only 3 times. The 1977 Lakers, the last team to be eliminated.
That's another example of his really good passing. Kobe is an underrated playmaker, bro. That's a really underrated part of his game, especially when he was young with Shaq.
The onslaught, in this case, have been swept out of the playoffs in the same season only 3 times. The 1970
Easily could have took that shot because he closed out late, but he left Derek Fisher open, wide open.
77 Lakers, the last team.
Now look.
The league's regular season champion, the team with the best record, and that would be the San Antonio Spurs, in this case, have been swept out of the playoffs in the same season only 3 times. The
Boom. He could easily take that shot, bro. He's closed out late. He already is elevated. What he do? Boom. I'm going to throw it to Derek Fisher for a better shot because he cleared across the court.
1977 Lakers, the last team to be eliminated. Continues the onslaught. The Lakers in 77 were the last team to be knocked out of the sweep after compiling the best record. Kobe Bryant sweeping through on the first final seconds of the...
Mind you, San Antonio had the best record, like he just said, and the Lakers swept through their ass. But you know that they got him back, though. In 03, San Antonio got him back. But 04, Lakers got them back. To me, this was the best rivalry of the 2000s. San Antonio versus the Lakers.
Daniels fires. The Los Angeles Lakers with an 86-64 lead on the San Antonio Spurs. Here's Bryant.
You see that, bro? Crossover. He already beat because he on the side of him. Okay, he's beat now. 2-hand under the rim, comes from under the rim, 2-hand behind, backwards dunk, bro. Look at the extension, bro. He not even really close to the basket, bro. Look at the extension. It kind of remind me of the other side when Dwayne Wade went like that and dunked on my mans.
The Spurs have been shocked by the speed of Kobe Bryant.
No, I agree with that, Barb. I think he just gets the basket so fast they're not reacting. The Lakers.
Bryant with the step.
I tell you, watch these highlights. If you go watch a full game of the Spurs, you know what I'm saying? Watch every game of a Spurs LA series. 2001, 2002, you know what I'm saying, 04, don't matter. Kobe bludgeoned the Spurs in the interior, bro. There was nobody that could guard him in the interior. Not Tim Duncan, not David Robinson, none of them. When he was getting into the interior, his finishing skills were so good, bro. And if they was fouling him, he was making his free throws.
29 for Kobe Bryant, and he is 11 for 23 from the field as this has turned into a rout.
And it's been a highlight film. Look at this, the over-the-shoulder, two-handed dunk, the spectacular finish, and then here he comes down the floor once again, creating, getting in the lane, the beautiful finish, and it's just get the ball to Kobe, penetrate, make plays for your teammates, especially with Shaq down on the bench right now resting. So
quickly, and how do things turn? He says compromise and maturity. The kid is 22 years old. He's going to make some mistakes, and he's willing to learn. I don't think anybody questions that.
All right, Jim, and on cue, Kobe Bryant able to field the offensive rebound and convert to extend to a 92-66 San Antonio lead. The Lakers are headed to their 18th straight win. We'll be back in a moment.
18 straight, bro.
And he played great this game. He came in his own. Him and Kobe playing good team ball, and the whole team was playing good ball.
What was the trigger that you feel ignited this in this great play between those players?
Kobe with 34 points.
If you see Shaq on the bench, he just know it. He like, oh yeah, I'm playing with. He gonna be the best player in the world in a minute. He wasn't yet, but the next year, that's when he started. That's when he passed Shaq, bro. 02, 03, that's when he passed Shaq and was like, all right, we on the same exact level. 01, that's when they was on the same level. When it started to get to 02, 03, and John, he started passing Shaq, bro. In my opinion. You know what I'm saying? As far as work ethic, you know what I'm saying? Work ethic, how much he was giving to the team, how much he was giving to the game. And then once they lost in 03 and then 04 came, it was just like they was at odds. Kobe felt like Shaq wasn't working hard enough. They was getting into it. Shaq was, you know what I'm saying, being a little lazy, chilling, sipping pina coladas, doing all of this. And then they didn't want to pay him too. People forget about that. That was another reason why he left. Not just whatever, you know what I'm saying, the feud with Kobe.
So by my math, now that's 71 for Kobe and Shaq and 69 for the Spurs.
Exactly.
Are you proud of me?
Wow.
Kobe has been able to break them down and we open the perimeter.
Look at that nigga. Look at him. Look at him. He looking like this nigga Kobe is going crazy. Like, we getting our ass whooped. We had the best record in the league. And we getting our ass whooped. We might get swept. And they did get swept.
Tonight, the dominance of Shaq inside, their role players, everybody playing at the highest level. And then they've done a great job tonight on dunking defensively. They've taken the Spurs out with their three-point shooting. I mean, it can go on and on and on. So
36, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal, 14 to 27. That's over 50% shooting from the field.
plays this poorly and they're that good. Sometimes
that was about it, man. Game was over. That was Kobe, man, going crazy on the Spurs and the 0-1 Lakers. Iconic 15-1 run for their second title. Shaq did his thing too. I'm not sure how many points he had and everything. But they was holding Shaq in check for the first couple games, and Kobe had 41 game one, and then had a pretty good game two. So the next, you know what I'm saying, go back and look at these games and how dominant Kobe was at this age with Shaq on the team. It wasn't go to Shaq all the time. When Shaq was struggling and everything, who was coming up clutch? Kobe. 36, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, 14 and 27 from the field, 1 steal. And most of the plays you were seeing in this video, Shaq was on the bench. Kobe was able to run the unit without Shaq, pass the ball. You know what I'm saying? A complete player and on the defensive end. So yeah, man. This been Who Is Hendo, man. I'm out.